Andy here for Going Nomad, aka Pigs on Bikes, and today I'm sitting in my mother's summer house here in England. So yes, and this is the 5 things that I really miss about England. 5 things I really miss about England. Cool, so you may have watched a few of the videos recently and you know that we're just back in England for 2 or 3 weeks before we chip off to Cuba and Mexico. And we've come back because it's Christmas time, and we've come back because we need to check on our family and make sure they're all right, and make sure it's okay for us to disappear off again to Central America. And luckily they are, I think, yes. So that's good. This is 5 things that I didn't realise I missed about England when I was living in Cambodia. I didn't realise I missed it until I got back here. So, number 1, obviously, yeah, I mean, I did know that I missed people before I come back here. Number 1 is definitely people. I obviously miss friends and family, and I think that's one of the hardest things that when you're away to cope with, really, is, you know, it's and the only person you've got to blame for that is yourself. That's the other thing. That's the other thing that takes a little while to get your head around. Is like you're like, oh, I really miss you. I really miss my mum. I really miss my dad. I really miss my brother and the family and his kids and, you know, all my friends. And that's my fault. That's my fault because I'm here. I'm here. I can go home. I can go home, and I will see them all. So there comes a point, you know, and I think that was why we booked the flights when we did in June, when we saw some cheap flights to come back at Christmas. And in June I wasn't homesick, I was kind of missing people, I guess. So we booked flights to come back, and that was the right thing to do, definitely the right thing to do. Really great catch up thing. So first thing that I miss, you know, when we're living in Cambodia, is I miss the people back here in England. Second thing, strangely enough, during the hot season in Cambodia, what I really missed was the cold weather of England, which is really bizarre because it's now on my one thing that I don't like about England list is the blooming cold weather. And it's been cold since we've got here, you know. And that's it's December, it's Christmas in England, it's winter in England, of course it's going to be cold. So yeah, but when it's the middle of the hot season and it's like 40 degrees and it goes down to 30 degrees at night time, and you know, yeah, then I kind of really miss the cold weather of England. And you know, when you're continuously sweating and you're having 3 or 4 showers a day, sometimes after a while it just gets a little bit too much. You kind of go, God, I wish I was back in England and it was cold again. You know, and then you get back here for like 3 weeks, you kind of think, oh, I wish I was back in the heat. But anyway, the other one is cheese. Cheese. I'm English. I like cheddar. You know, the French have got 262 different types of cheese, and the reason for that is because they haven't found cheddar yet, isn't it? They haven't invented cheddar for themselves, really. Mature cheddar. Yeah, I ate quite a lot of that when I got back. You know, it's strange what you miss, isn't it? Strange what you miss. But you know, you could find some kind of cheddar in Cambodia. It was really expensive, and it was nowhere near as nice as what you get over here. So that's number 3. Number 4, I really missed, when I was in Cambodia, I really missed real ale. And continentals might not get this, even Americans might not get this, but if you're English, if you're British, a good pint of real ale. Now, real ale is supposed to be served quite warm and not be gassy, and it's only supposed to be around 4 or 5%. And the idea of that is so you can have more than 2 or 3 of them. Tried explaining this to a guy called Dave Dankers who runs the local guest house in Siem Reap, Cambodia, who's brewing traditional American style overhopped IPA, 6.7%, quite CO2-ish, and yeah, very, very hoppy and cold. And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's the way you serve it in the States, that's great, you know, but trying to get an English style ale Very, very difficult. Although I did find bottles of London Pride at about $3 in Chow Sang Hock in Siem Reap. So, if you're English and you're looking for a nice real ale, Chow Sang Hock, Route 6, Siem Reap, they did, I don't know whether they still do, but they did sell bottles of London Pride. Okay, good, real ale. And so that's number 4. Now number 5, things that it's funny what you miss, it really is funny what you miss when you're away. What I used to miss a lot, and unfortunately I haven't even got it anymore because I sold it, I missed my 4x4. And that was one thing that I wish that I could have afforded in Cambodia, and I couldn't really justify spending the massive amounts of money because cars are really expensive in Cambodia. Really missed having a good, reliable, solid 4x4 to drive around in. And in England, I used to have one because it was useful for putting loads of people in, putting anything in, if building materials wise or anything like that. As a general utility vehicle, I used to have an old Isuzu Trooper. It was 20 something years old. It was old, you know, but it was solid. And yeah, I really missed that when we were in Cambodia. We were cycling everywhere. I didn't even have a moto in the end. Cycling everywhere, or getting tuk-tuks, or jumping on the bus, or getting a flight. Whereas I think that if I was going to stay there any longer, I would have had to buy some kind of 4x4, solid, good, probably a Toyota. Yeah. So good. Anyway, there we go. That's the 5 things I missed about England when I was living in Cambodia. It's funny what you miss. Like, share, subscribe. Email me at goingnomad123@gmail.com. And it's freezing in England. Oh, good grief. Yeah, check out the Facebook page, Going Nomad, aka Pigs on Bikes Facebook page, and also take a look in a few weeks. Hopefully, we'll have a website up and running, and that's going to be www.goingnomad123.com. You can email me at goingnomad123@gmail.com. Okay, good. Stay safe out there. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.